Hello everyone, this is Teacher Ricky B. Welcome back to our class. Today, you're going to understand the concepts on the relationship of solid figures volume. The objectives of this video lesson is to determine the relationship of the volume between rectangular prism and pyramid, cylinder and cone, cylinder and a sphere. Before we begin with our discussion, let's have this activity. Match the formula of the plane figures in column B with the name of the plane figures in column A. Write the letter of your answer before each number. I will give you 1 minute to do it, but if you think that the time is not enough, you can pause the video. Okay, let's try answering this one. Number 1 square, the correct answer is E, side times side. Number 2 rectangle, letter A, length times width. Number 3 triangle is letter B, base times height divided by 2. Number 4 trapezoid. D, base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2, or base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times height. And number 5 for the formula of circle is letter C, pi times r, or pi r squared. Now, let us begin with our main topic. I have here a rectangular prism. Let's assume that this rectangular prism height is equal to 2 cm, length is equal to 4 cm, and width is equal to 2 cm. Let's find what is the volume of this solid figure. But wait, what is volume? Volume is the amount of space inside the solid figure or the number of cubes of a given size that are necessary to fill in the solid figures completely. It is measured in cubic units. Unlike the area, which is measured in square units, in volume, it is measured in cubic units. Cubic unit is a cube whose sides measured 1 unit. So this will be called as 1 cubic unit. If each sides measures 1 centimeter, it will be called 1 cubic centimeter. If it is 1 meter, then the volume will be 1 cubic meter. Now, if we have 2 cubes whose side measures 1 unit, the volume will be 2 cubic units. If we will add 1, there will be 3 cubic units. Let's say we add 3 cubes. There will be 6 cubic units. Here, we can see that we have formed a rectangular prism whose height measured 2 units, length is 3 units, and width is equal to 1 unit. We can determine the volume of a figure by counting the number of cubic units that can fit inside it. Now, let's go back to our problem. Let's try some cubic units using the dimensions of this figure. Here, the rectangular prism has the height of 2 cm, which means it has two 1 cm, and that will be 1, 2. Now for the length, it has 4 cm, so that will be 4 1 cm, and that will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for the width, it is 2 cm, so that will be 2 1 cm. 1, 2. Now, we have formed some cubic units. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now we have 16 cubic units or 16 cubic centimeter, and this will be the volume of the prism. Now we can observe that if we multiply 4 centimeter times 2 centimeter times 2 centimeter, we will get the volume of 16 cubic centimeter. This means that to get the volume of the prism, we can simply multiply the length times width times height, or LWH, which means length times width times height. Also, we can observe that length times width is the area of the base of the solid figure. Therefore, we can also rename length times width as area of the base times height. Or we can use this formula: volume of a prism is equal to BH, wherein B is the area of the base times the height. Now, as you can see, we are multiplying 3 dimensions. So, centimeter times centimeter times centimeter. Therefore, we can also write the answer as to 16 cubic centimeter by just writing 16 and then the units and writing exponent 3 on the right above side of the units centimeter. This is also can be read as 16 cubic centimeter. Now, we learn that the volume is the product of the base and the height. So we can write a formula as volume is equal to area of the base times height, or volume is equal to base times BH, or area of the base times height. Now let's take a look of these two figures, rectangular prism and pyramid. These two solid figure has the same height and the same measurement of the base. Now, what is the relationship of the volume of the prism to the volume of a pyramid? Let's watch these experimental videos. In this video, the base of the pyramid and then the base of the prism are equal or the same. We learn that one rectangular prism is equal to three pyramids, considering that they have the same height and base. Therefore, we can say that the volume of the pyramid is equal to one-third of the volume of the rectangular prism. Or we can write that length times width times height divided by 3, or one-third of the area of the base times height. There you go. That is the formula in getting the volume of a pyramid. I have here a solid figure named cylinder. We all know that the volume is equal to the area of the base times height. And cylinder, the base of the cylinder is a circular shape. Therefore, the formula in getting the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared, or pi times r. Therefore, to get the volume of a cylinder, we can write volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared times h, or height. There you go. That is the formula in getting the volume of a cylinder. Let's observe these two solid figures, cylinder and cone. And let's assume that the radius of the cylinder is equal to 4 meters and its height is equal to 8 meters. Same with the cone. The radius is equal to 4 meters and the height is equal to 8 meters. As you can see on these given solid figures and its measurement, the radius of the cylinder and cone is equal, and the measurement of its height is the same. Now, what is the relationship of the volume of the cylinder to the volume of a cone? Again, let's watch this experiment. As you can see from this experiment, the area or the base of the cone and then the base of the cylinder is the same. There you go. It means our base from the experiment, cylinder, is equal to 3 cones, considering that they have the same height and base. Therefore, the volume of a cone is equal to one-third of the volume of the cylinder, or one-third of pi r squared times height, or pi r squared times height divided by 3. There you go. That is the formula in getting the volume of a cone. I have here cylinder and sphere. The radius of the cylinder is equal to 12 cm and the height is equal to 28 cm. Same with the sphere, the radius is equal to 12 cm and then the length of the diameter is equal to 28 centimeter. Now, what is the relationship of the volume of the cylinder to the volume of the sphere? Let's watch this again experiment. So they have the same diameter and the same height, completing the cylinder. Therefore, based from the experiment, we can say that 2/3 of the cylinder is equal to the volume of a sphere. Therefore, we can say that the volume of the sphere is equal to 2/3 of the volume of the cylinder. Here, the height of the sphere is equal to the twice of the radius. So we write it as 2r or 2 times r. We can simplify the formula by multiplying 2 and 2. So that makes us 4/3 pi r squared. But we still have 1 r left. So r squared is equal to r times r. And then we still have 1 r there, here. So we can multiply it. And then if we're going to write it in exponential form, we will be getting this pi r to the third power, or we read it as 4/3 pi r cubed. So the final formula in getting the volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. There you go. Here are the facts that you have learned today. Good job! Hope you learned something from this video lesson.